Oh. I'm going to start with the Steelbooks and the premiums because I like to wear my gloves. And my left hand's still a bit shot, so I'm like, I don't want to use it too much. For context on that, I injured my hand at work recently, so yeah, I have to wear a glove for it. Not this kind of glove, one that like restricts movement in my thumb. Anyway, let's try to not use my left hand too much today. This is Scream. Yeah, that Steelbook. I put it straight in a protector after I took it out of its plastic and shrink wrap and everything. I actually have taken the 4K disc out of this and I've put it in my 4-pack for the Scream. I don't know what it's called. Quadrilogy? Is that still a word? No, it's just a complete collection. Anyway, it's a decent Steelbook. I think it suffers from the black that they use can scratch really easily. Like, I've got a lot of weird lines around it. You can't really tell because the protector's on it, but yeah, for it being a 4K Steelbook that a lot of people really wanted, and to be fair, I do like it as a Steelbook design. It's just, yeah, it feels very similar to that Steelbook, the Psycho one, where it's like the front image is the knife with like Marion screaming, the back is the knife with the house. So it feels like that in a way. It's not bad, and I haven't checked out the 4K yet because I only recently rewatched the film. So yeah, still nice to have it. This is one I got at the start of the month, and I completely forgot about it because I didn't know yet as to whether I wanted to keep it or not. Because I got it on sale at Zavvi, but then it was like, oh, because you've got it with a 10% off discount or whatever, you can't like cancel your order. So it still only cost me $50, which isn't terrible. But it is like my favorite Jackie Chan film, which is Dragons Forever, which is the Steelbook. Comes with this sleeve. But I already have like the second sight version, the slipcover version that they had released. It's still a 4K transfer, and it looks bloody nice. Like, you can't deny it. It seems kind of weird for its colors. Like, why would you choose these colors and this kind of design? But I think it really works. It's got like a matte finish to it, but it's still like nicely shiny, which I really like. And yeah, the artwork isn't really much to go off about. Like, there's artwork below both discs, but it's just the same artwork that they have on the sleeve, and then the artwork on the discs is the same artwork, and even the poster artwork, which is only one-sided, is the same artwork that's already on the front of the Steelbook. So the only unique artwork is the one on the back, because there's no replication of that throughout the whole entire set. So, yeah, still. Next up, we have a real beaut. I'm just so happy that this came in so perfect. It's Godzilla vs. Kong. I bought the single lenticular because I really liked the look of it, and like the whole aspect of it is just them fighting. So I will be doing a breakdown video as to what comes inside this, as well as what's featured inside this package, Steelbook and all, so stay tuned for that, but also stay tuned for my upcoming Godzilla collection, which I've literally been waiting like 3 months for this to be in my hands, so I can finally put it in the video, and then release that video, and that's like a 40-odd minute video, which includes, the regular stuff, Blu-rays, DVDs, collectibles, all that kind of stuff, but I got a lot more stuff as that video went along, in filming, which I didn't expect, so, yeah. Next up, we have a few variations, 2 from JB Hi-Fi, 1 from Zavvi, and 2 from the US. So we'll start off with the JB Hi-Fi stuff. This is actually a 2 for $20 deal. I went to buy this one, Quartermass and the Pit. I've since ordered the first film, but not the second one, because the second one was like over $50, only from the US, and I'm like, I don't really know if I want to get it yet, because it's like you can just watch them randomly, it doesn't really matter. But I'd like to watch the first one and the third one. There's also like the Experiment or something, I can't remember what it's called, but I don't know if I'll get that. I can only get that on DVD. So, yeah, I got this because it seemed interesting, but mostly because my friend Guy suggested it because John Carpenter loved this film. It what inspired him to make Prince of Darkness, and I really like Prince of Darkness. I recently watched the 4K UHD of Prince of Darkness. I'd only watched it once last year on my standard Blu-ray, which was a 4K restoration, but it's just, I didn't really completely understand the film when I first watched it, but then rewatching it, it's like, I love it. It's my second favorite Carpenter behind The Thing, so, yeah. I might do a John Carpenter ranked list at the end of the year, because I'm collecting all of his films, and I want to watch all of his films, so I've watched almost all of his films anyway. Next up, we have an Australian film, The Nightingale. I'm still using my left hand, I really shouldn't be. This was a part of the 2 for $20, it was like $15 for Quartermaster, and it's like, well, if I just spend an extra $5, I get a second film. And apparently this one's quite good, a bit harrowing, but it's from the director of The Babadook, and I really like The Babadook, which, you know, is also quite tough to watch. But I like it. It's an Australian horror film. It's a drama, period piece as well, set in Tasmania, so I can only imagine that it can only look and sound brilliant, so I'm really, really excited for it. I know it's going to be a bit of a struggle to watch, you know, those kind of films of its subject matter, but, you know, it's a relevant thing to have in film. Next we have the Poltergeist collection. Yeah, I bought it. It comes with Poltergeist, Poltergeist 2, and Poltergeist 3, obviously. I just don't know why they've posed it this way. I mean, I guess it looks better, you know. First one in the middle, second and right, you know. It looks like it's broken because it's got all this white on the base, but it actually isn't. That's just how it's designed, which is very strange. 3 separate discs, which is pretty nice. Not much in terms of disc art and everything. Standard Warner Bros. Blue coloured art work and whatever. But it's nice to have them. I grew up with the first film on DVD. I haven't seen the Blu-rays yet. I haven't even seen the sequels yet. I'm going to actually jump over to the other premiers because I realised I was still wearing the gloves. I'm like, why am I still wearing the gloves? That's so dumb. This is why I was still wearing the gloves. Because I got this one. The Clockwork Orange Titans of Colt, which I have since actually put in the protector because I've got a bunch of really big ones. I know, it's weird. I keep ordering Titans of Colt, but I'm like still like not completely for buying them. So it's a nicely designed set. It's just it's still just Titans of Colt though, which again, I've made a video talking about them before. I think they make interesting designs for their sets and like the accessories and stuff, but I think it suffers from it at the same time. Like, given that the first one I had was the 2001: Space Odyssey, and, you know, this plastic thing, which comes with one pin and a second pin, which is still really nice. It does scratch it really easily, and especially if it's like a metallic-y finish. And as it is, this is not a bad looking steelbook. I still prefer the Xavi one, which is, I think I've already mentioned before. But it has a scratch on that guy's head, for one thing, which is very obvious through the packaging to begin with. And it has like these weird, like it's not perfectly printed black. Like, you can kind of see there's like dirt and stuff on it. I do like the back. It is very much a magnet for any kind of hair, though. There's not really much to show on the inside, artwork-wise. I mean, it's just that, but it's still interesting. It's definitely an interesting set, but I'm still very underwhelmed by it. But I like that I have it. Yeah, it's definitely kind of a burden to have these things sometimes. Like, it definitely looks cool, but it suffers from... There's so many, like, details about the Titans of Colt that can easily get scratched or damaged and stuff. It's like, I can understand why people just leave them straight in their plastic, but I'm like, but then you can't take it out. You can't check out the pins and, like, the posters and everything. It's like, what's the point half the time? Next up, I have something which I didn't expect to get. It actually came in very early, too. This is the Blade Runner 2049 Steelbook. Yes, I bought another one. This is the Best Buy exclusive. Cost me around $120, I believe. Australian dollars, and it looks superb. And my favorite thing about it is, well, actually, there's no point taking it out. Let's be honest. There's nothing really much artwork wise on the inside. It's a matte finish, and I really like that. It does have one tiny itty bitty scratch, which you can see it. You see it, the light shining on it there. But like outside of that, which I didn't even notice until I took off the plastic because it was still mint. Well, okay then. It's gorgeous. I already have this design work on my HT Zeta, which is a lenticular. But I just really wanted this as a matte finish. And I got it. So, there you go. And it looks fantastic. So, I can take these off now for the next 20 minutes. Next up, we have Prom Night. I mentioned this in a recent video. I think, talking about, like, different region... Was I talking about region codes? I don't know. I was talking about something, and I mentioned Prom Night, and how I ended up buying the Synapse version, the Region A version, specifically because I wanted to get all the special features. And now it only, in all fairness, comes with, it doesn't even, the booklet is just an ad for other Synapse productions. But it has a bunch of special features. It's got a new 2K restoration. It is Region A, so, you know, there's that. Because the alternative was the 101 films, but I have the 101 release of Black Christmas, but I don't really like their release of it that much. Like, it doesn't have many special features, and the transfer is pretty meh. I mean, it's not a fantastically looking film, sure, I get that, but I can trust Synapse because they did a really good job with a bunch of other films I've seen them do, like Suspiria, so I'm like, yeah, I figure if I want to get the best looking version of Prom Night, I'll go with Synapse. It was also cheaper because I bought it with this, which I had never gotten. I'd only gotten the Australian Blu-ray, which kind of looks like dog shit. So I really wanted to get the new 2K remaster, and it is a 4K UHD, but obviously the Criterion is still the Criterion, which is director... Wow, that really did not go right. The director-approved copy, which is good, because I really, really like this film, and I've seen it like 2 or 3 times now, and I've only seen it on that one Blu-ray. I think I watched it on TV the first time I ever watched it, like on SBS. It was just on, so I was like, I want to watch this. So, yeah, maybe my dad showed it to me or something, I don't know. But yeah, so, interesting films. Yeah, but getting the Panzer Labyrinth with Synapse, because I got them both from the same seller on eBay, so I was able to get like a 12% discount, so I got Prom Night for like, you know, $5 cheaper than I would have gotten it from Zavvi, so I was like, that's pretty good, so good for me. The last 3 for this current part of this video includes the Brotherhood of Satan. I didn't even know Arrow Video had done a release of this, but knowing that it has, I'm quite trusting that this release from Imprint, which does have a really nice set, will actually look quite good. I haven't seen the film before. I've never seen it. It was just there at the shelf like 2 days ago when I went to JB Hi-Fi. I wasn't intending to buy anything, and it was just there on the horror shelf, and I'm like, I'm going to pick that up. But I also bought it with, of all things, Possession. I'm really debating if I want to take this out of its plastic. I think I will, because the one that I already have another version of Possession. It's like the exact same master and everything. But of course, this one is the slip cover version from Beyond Genres. For purposes of spoilers, I'm not going to show the back cover of the sleeve, which I will leave all that plastic on it, I guess. Why not? This is actually what it looks like on the inside. So it has the iconic artwork. You got some screaming and pain. The disc is the same artwork, but you do have reversible artwork, which includes 2 other posters. One that I think I'm most familiar with, which is the one on the right. This one. That's the one on the left, isn't it? I don't know. And this one here. So, yeah. Interesting. I actually like how it has alternate artwork to it. Like, Umbrella usually do that, but they don't usually do, like, different posters. They usually have, like, a wide, like, a landscape image. But, yeah, this is definitely a really interesting film that has gone out of print in many countries. So, yeah, I expect that it'll eventually go out of print in Australia someday soon. But for now, I have the Beyond Genres slipcover edition. Last but not least for this current part is this. This is where I will be storing 8 discs of my Godzilla Criterion collection. Why, you may ask? Because my friend sent me a message saying, the big Godzilla book, the plastic, apparently, the glue that holds the disc filters down, I don't know, where the discs live, they can slide through because the glue apparently, like, disintegrates after a period of time. So, I'm going to put all the discs in that. I've had my book on my piano that's behind the camera, and it's been sitting there for months. In fact, maybe 2 years now, and it hasn't been damaged so far. But just in case, I bought this case so I can put them all in. I'll be making a reversible sleeve, one with artwork that's similar to the actual set, and one with custom artwork. That's the plan currently. So yeah, and I'll have all 8 discs in here. And I'm almost certain that there is something that is broken in here. Oh, there is. It's from the other side of this. Okay, that's fine. That's why it only sticks on the top end. I'm pretty sure I realized that almost immediately when I got it. I'm like, something sounds broken, but I don't know what it is. Either way, that's all for this clip for November part 1. Stay tuned for the next part. And off to that part. I've lost my train of thought. I'm going to go this way. Alright. For continuation of November, the 10 Commandments on 4K Steelbook. I'm going to have to lift up this camera in a second. Not really worth bringing out to show you. It does have 4 discs in it, the 4K of the film, the double disc Blu-ray of the film as well, part 1, part 2 kind of deal, like Ben-Hur and whatever, and the 1920s version. It looks nice. It's immediately was like put in the protector kind of deal because it's very glossy, but it does have some nice metallic like shines, especially on like his beard and the text on the tablets. So yeah, it's a nice look. I'm yet to check to see how it actually looks, as a whole, because, but from what I've heard, it's a really nice remaster and one of the best 4Ks out there. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it. It was $70, so it's quite a lot, but hey, why not? What do we have next? Because I've already got a big month for the second half of this month, as you've already seen. Now let's top it off, because I don't know if I'm going to film another part. I won't have time to. So this is like the 28th of November. So I'm like, even if shit comes in on the Monday and Tuesday, there's going to be so much for Christmas and December. So a part of the Black Friday sales, I bought myself the Columbo box set on DVD from JB Hi-Fi. This comes with every single season of the show, and for some reason the back is upside down. It basically just opens up and you've just got all these DVD slots, just DVD cases. It's nothing fantastically special, but I don't know, it's fun. It was only like $94, down from $135, which was pretty nice. They had a 30% off at JB Hi-Fi for Black Friday. Perfect time to get it. Yeah, I've literally only watched one episode, and I don't even know which episode it was. I just know that I watched it like a few weeks ago. My mate Guy showed me an episode where they go on a cruise ship, and it was an episode with Dean Cundy, and I was like, hey, fuck, it's Dean... No, not Dean Cundy, Dean Stockwell. And I was like, oh, shit, it's Dean Stockwell. I know that guy from, like, those David Lynch films. And the guy was like, oh, yeah, he totally is. And then, like, he was on an episode of a show that my parents were watching, and I was like, oh, look, that's the guy from that one episode of Columbo, and that surprised them. And then, like, 2 weeks later, he was dead. So it's like, oh, wow, okay, and now I've got the show. So I know he was only in one episode, because that's one of those things. They just have those classic one-off guest stars. But, yeah, I don't know. I thought that was just... It's a really fun episode. So I was like, fuck it. I already want to buy this show. It's like... It's only, like, 60 to 80 episodes, but it's 10 seasons worth. So... But they're mostly 45 to an hour and a half long. So... Why not? Good show. Let's see what else we got. I was already putting it all away, so I might as well do it now while I'm here. Next up we have Showgirls. Again, 30% off. There's a recent edition called Sensual Cinema with an S from Umbrella. They come with sleeves, so this is like the original artwork. It has a keyhole on the spine there, which I don't know if it's really going to show. I wanted to... Yeah, okay. So it's got that, which is interesting. This is obviously the more, like, provocateur look. It's the uncut version. I think it's remastered. It's got a Japanese poster, which is interesting. I can't show the back. It's a bit... It's not nudity, but it's very sexual. And the inside is very sexual. Let me just cover her nipples. And I'll just kind of show you. Yeah, so it's a bit... A bit of a risque cover, if I do say so myself. This is the first edition in their new Sensual Cinema line, and it's quite a cult classic. So I've always wanted to watch it, not for the overly sexualized thing. I've seen clips of it. It looks hilarious, so I'm very keen to watch it for that reason. Yeah, let's keep going. Jackie Chan films, I'm going to have a lot coming in December, that's for sure. God, December's going to be crazy as it is. I feel like January is just going to be like the leftovers of how crazy December was. Either way, because Christmas and all that jazz. I don't usually get movies for Christmas. I'll be honest, I buy enough of my own. I don't really need people to buy me movies. You'd be surprised. Jackie Chan, got this for like $5. So it's Shanghai Noon, Shanghai Nights. Never seen him. Had an old friend who used to love him. I have never seen him, and because I like Jackie Chan, I like Owen Wilson, why not, That could be fun. Next up I have City of the Living Dead. It's still in its plastic. I haven't taken it out yet. I should. I just got it like a few days ago, but I've been very busy for this last week of November. I've had a lot on, and been getting extra days of work, all this kind of bullshit. For me now, I'm permanent part-time. Extra days means overtime. I don't completely know what the overtime pay is like, because I already had one overtime pay before, but that was like public holiday the next day. But I don't think I got public holiday rates. I don't know, because I didn't get, like, the public holiday thing was like its own pay. Well, technically it wasn't. Either way, I'm getting more Fulci films. I don't know if I want to do a Fulci collection yet. As in, one to put on the shelf. Oh, these are all of Fulci's films. Realistically, I can. No one's gonna, like, look at my shelf and be like, I want to watch a Lucio Fulci film, That's my benefit with, like, Mario Bava and Dario Argento. No one in my house is going to be like, I want to watch Suspiria. Why isn't it under S? So, yeah, it's, oh, wow. Now that is some nice artwork. Fuck me. It's very gory. Yeah, I still don't mind this. Interesting. It's another zombie film of his. I'm pretty sure I hadn't shown this one off yet, so Don't Torture a Duckling. Again, another Fulci. This is a double disc collection, which also has different artwork on the inside, which is Italian, I believe. Non si Sevizia un Paparino. Yeah, I did 9 years of Italian. I totally know what that means. Maybe it means don't torture a dog. Don't torture a duckling. I don't know. It was like on a sale. I got on a sale. Talk about getting it a sale. Big Trouble, Little China. It actually came damaged, so the base little piece fell off the bottom. I don't really care. I actually rewatched this. I already had a Blu-ray of it, and it's basically the same master. But if I'm not wrong, this and Scream Factory are almost identical remasters, where it's just like, it's just a HD remaster, but it's a better bit rate. It's like 32 megabits versus like 27, which was the original print, which I already had on Blu-ray, which was like the 2009 Blu-ray with an ugly ass cover. So this was clearly the better one with the reversible sleeve and everything. So I rewatched it, and I think, I'm pretty sure this just automatically looks better. It still looks basically the same, but I could already see, like, it just looks slightly improved, I'd say, because of the higher bit rate. So I think that's why I compared Scream Factory and this, and I just decided to get this, because they basically all have the same special features anyway. Scream Factory probably has a bit more, but I don't usually purchase Scream Factory releases, and I figured it was already on sale, why not? This is like a month ago, by the way. I will say it's not totally insane that my John Carpenter collection has a good mixture of, hey, here's Arrow Video, also here's Scream Factory, also here's Studio Canal. It's just, look, I just get the movies. Half the time they're not the best versions that they could be, but sometimes they just are, so it is what it is. Anyway, next up I got, to complete my Halloween collection, I got the trio. This is literally called Halloween Triple Feature with H2O, Curse of Michael Myers, and Resurrection. And one of these films I actually like, and you wouldn't be surprised. It's Resurrection. I really like Resurrection. I literally have the Blu-ray, the DVD collection right here, which comes with them all on, I believe, 3 different discs. Yes, 3 different discs. And this is basically just a Blu-ray transfer of those discs, but I'm like, fuck it, it's all on Blu-ray now. I have it all. I have every Halloween film on Blu-ray now. Holy shit. Next up, we got Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I also got this yesterday on sale with the Jackie Chan one. I just watched it today for the first time. It is, of course, like 2 days after Thanksgiving in the US, something I don't give a shit about because I'm not from the US. And it was fun. It was a funny film. I mean, I put it on par with like the Coming to America, where it's like, 2 classic 80s comedy movies with, like, big, SNL stars that, to me personally, because I didn't grow up with them, aren't very iconic, so I have them in this, like, category of, they're good, like, 3.5-star films, basically, like, just enjoyable, not perfect, but pretty darn fun, great, with a lot more of an American trope with the Coming to America, hey, let's look at American society, and let's look at American society, and it's got tropes you understand, you've seen before, that kind of stuff, but it's still fun, good characters, fun performances, overall pretty decent, and they're probably worth watching on repeat every once in a while. But then for me, like, a film like Blues Brothers is like something that for me is more iconic and stands above more because I've watched that since I was a kid. So yeah, if I probably had seen this as a kid, I probably would have liked it more, but at the same time, I don't know, I'm not an American, so it doesn't appeal to me as much. So, but same for Coming to America. I put them on par, similar styles of films in that perspective as to how I read into them. But they're still good. They're not bad. I wouldn't argue to them to be overrated. They're good. They're perfectly good films. Next up is actually meant to be a 2 different Blu-ray set. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'd already shown it off the... I'm pretty sure I pronounced it wrong before as well. Quatermass. The Quatermass Experiment. I had the Quatermass Pit before, which is what this case is from. The Quatermass Experiment, the Blu-ray from Hammer, actually comes with the second, technically second, it's a spin-off more or less, X the Unknown and Quatermass 2, so I don't have to spend more money on those. But what I did, because it was a 2-disc set, Blu-ray and DVD, I put the Blu-ray on its extra little thing and put it in the set with Quatermass and the Pit and put the artwork for Quatermass and the Pit on the inside. So, yeah. I just figured that made it look a lot nicer. Like, this was already a much cleaner case. It wasn't rippled with, water damage or whatever the crap. So I'm like, now I have all 4 Quatermass films in one pack. How beautiful is that? Another new one, Pulse. I haven't even opened it yet. This was a part of 3 I got. The other one's down there. Okay. I'm trying to... I never have a knife on me, do I? Alright, this one doesn't want to come out of its plastic, so I'll do that tomorrow. Let's move on. I just wanted to get a Japanese horror film. I like Japanese horror. Next up, my most annoying one yet. Retro Sci-Fi Double Feature. Volume 2. Volume 1 was like the Incredible Shrinking Man and Tarantula, which I already have 2 different releases of. This is the Monolith Monsters and the Deadly Mantis. I'm putting them under Retro Sci-Fi. Because I don't know where to put them. I'm thinking of putting them under maybe Monolith Monsters, because Monolith Monsters and Mantis are at least in the M section. But if I looked on bluray.com, they'd be under Retro. That one I'm really, really pickled on. So I don't really know which one to put them on. They don't have like the reversible sleeve just gets rid of the PG rating on the front. So it's the only problem about these kind of double sets. And they're both on the same disc as well. But they're really short B movies. 70, 80 minute long films. So I don't expect them to, need extra disc space. So yeah, I'm thinking under M for Monolith. Just because it's the first one here. Monolith Monsters. And again, you read it, the spine there, you can't really see it, but the first word is the Monolith Monsters, so, yeah. And what I believe to be the last 2, maybe for the whole month, I don't know, I'm pretty tired, so hopefully so. Tag, I don't even know what the fuck this is. I'm pretty sure Simone suggested this. It's another Japanese film. I'm pretty sure it's like Battle Royale in a way. Was also dented on arrival. So I'll check that one out eventually. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I've always wanted it. I got it for like $15, along with Pulse and the John Carpenter one. So yeah, that's it then. All right, that's it for November. God, what a insane month, and it's only gonna get crazier for December from all the shit that I've ordered from Black Friday sales, from Amazon to Zavvi. Obviously, all my JB Hi-Fi stuff I've picked up in person because it's just easier that way. And the sale doesn't end until Monday, of course, because Cyber Monday. I kind of hate that there's like Black Friday is like, why can't it just be Black Friday through to the Cyber Monday, like a 4-day sale? But it's like, no, we're going to extend it by a week. I mean, to be fair, they have had COVID stuff, so maybe extended for a week is probably safest. So, why not? But I have also ordered shelves and other stuff, so stuff I won't really show off here unless I want to display the room again. I've got more figurines in. I've redisplayed them on the shelf. Like, next month is going to be insane. It's going to be a lot of work, a lot of actual work in here, a lot of going out to my work. There's going to be a lot of stuff to do. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And for Christmas, there'll be 2 videos for December, of course. The second one is going to be really tricky to film. I don't know what it's going to be like to film after Christmas, mostly because usually, I'm used to working like every single day during Christmas, but I'm part-time now, like part-time permanent, so I'm only rostered for 3 days. They have to pay me overtime if I do an extra day, so I don't know if they will. It's getting crazier at work, like to the point that I'm getting so much work, I need someone else to help me on the department. I'm by myself. It's really annoying. 15 pallets a week, 15 to 18 pallets a week is not an easy feat to do in 3 days, plus 4 orders a day, which is like 7 to 8 pages. It's a fuck ton of shit. Very stressful. So yeah, I don't know how I'm surviving. Mostly because I keep getting shit in the mail. It's great. But yeah, so. Anyway, see you in December. Sweet baby Jesus. It's gonna be crazy. Oh my God.